Based on the image of the CGC slab, here's what I can tell you about this comic book. The comic book, The Amazing Spider-Man #1. Title, The Amazing Spider-Man #1. Publisher, Marvel Comics. Publication date, March 1963, indicated as 3/63 on the label. Significance: this is an incredibly important and highly sought-after comic book, a true cornerstone of the Silver Age of comics. First issue of Spider-Man's solo title. While Spider-Man first appeared in Amazing Fantasy #15, August 1962, this is the debut issue of his ongoing solo series. The Chameleon Strikes story. This issue features Spider-Man's first encounter with the Chameleon, who is considered to be his first recurring villain. Guest appearance by the Fantastic Four. The cover prominently features extra added attraction, the Fantastic Four. They appear in the first story, marking an early crossover in the Marvel Universe. Created by Stan Lee, writer, and Steve Ditko, artist. This legendary creative team is responsible for the look and early adventures of Spider-Man. The CGC slab and its information. The comic is professionally graded and encapsulated by CGC, a leading third-party comic book grading service. The label provides crucial details. CGC Universal Grade. This blue label signifies that the comic is a standard, unrestored, unsigned comic. Grade 1.0. This is the numerical grade assigned by CGC, indicating the overall condition. A 1.0 is considered poor or fair. This means the comic is heavily worn, likely has significant tears, missing pieces, heavy creasing, and other major defects. Page quality, cream to off-white pages. This describes the condition of the paper itself. Cream to off-white is a good sign for a comic of this age, indicating that the pages are not severely discolored or brittle. Notations on the label. Tape on cover. This is an important detail. It means that there is tape present on the cover of the comic. Tape is considered a significant defect and impacts the grade. It's often used to repair tears or hold pieces together. For a comic like Amazing Spider-Man #1, even a small piece of tape can have a notable impact on price. In summary, this is a highly significant and iconic comic book, the first issue of Spider-Man's main series. While it is in a very low grade, 1.0, and has tape on the cover, its historical importance still holds considerable value to collectors. Even in this condition, it is a key piece of comic book history. Let's break down the value of this Amazing Spider-Man #1 CGC 1.0 with tape on cover. Understanding the factors affecting value. Iconic key issue. Amazing Spider-Man #1 is one of the most historically significant and sought-after comics of the Silver Age. It's the first issue of Spider-Man's solo series and features the first appearance of the Chameleon and a Fantastic Four crossover. Even in low grades, it's highly desirable. CGC grade 1.0. This is a very low grade, 1 point. A 1 point indicates significant wear and defects, such as tears, missing pieces, though the label doesn't specify if large pieces are missing, heavy creases, spine damage, and potentially other issues. Tape on cover. This is a crucial detail. Tape is considered a major defect and will significantly depress the value compared to a 1.0 without tape. It's an irreversible alteration and indicates damage that required repair. For a comic like Amazing Spider-Man #1, even a small piece of tape can have a notable impact on price. Cream to off-white pages. This is a positive. Even in a low-grade comic, pages that are not brittle or heavily yellowed are preferred by collectors. Estimated value range with tape on cover. Based on recent sales data for Amazing Spider-Man #1 at a CGC 1.0 grade, and considering the specific tape on cover notation, your comic would likely fall into the $3,000 to $6,000 USD range. Here's a breakdown of why and important considerations. GoCollect.com, a major pricing resource, shows an estimated fair market value (FMV) for a CGC 1.0 Amazing Spider-Man #1 at $5,500. However, this FMV is for universal grades and might not fully account for the tape on cover note, which usually leads to a lower sales price than a clean 1.0. More broadly, for a CGC 1.0, some sales have gone lower. A recent eBay listing showed a CGC 1.0 for $4,749.99. A user on a CGC forum mentioned that a coverless Amazing Spider-Man